Alright, you beautiful bastards. Dude, I still can't believe I'm now allowed to actually swear on YouTube without immediately getting my entire channel blacklisted. It's just a shame that my channel at its current state is probably no different than a blacklisted one, to be honest. But hey, welcome anyway to those who still remain. I disappeared again. Why? Because COVID rules were sort of light during the summer, so I ended up hanging outside a lot more. Because I've been really missing that during the past 1.5 years or so. And I was also just focusing on school a bit. But now I'm back, because feel free to quote me on this, by the way. I got a lot more to prove. So we're gonna start this comeback off with a more personal video. It's Materwelon's COVID update. I think I did one of these back in February. I got the vaccine, which without a doubt will probably cause half of you to instantly unsubscribe because you'll think the fluid morphed me into Bill Gates' personal Amazon sex doll or something. But folks, I'm gonna be honest with you, that will literally be an upgrade over my current private and working life. But this is not gonna be the kind of fake moralizing lecture about getting the vaccine typically delivered by someone who themselves look like they prioritize embracing the common opinion in politics over things such as basic human hygiene. But folks, I am self-aware enough to know that there's absolutely no way I could change anyone's stance on the vaccine at this point, let alone convince someone to actually receive or not receive it. So actually I just want to speak on my personal experience with the whole situation and the current state of COVID in my region overall. So just a little personal blog. Don't worry, there'll be proper videos with somewhat interesting topics again soon. That is, if I don't happen to vanish behind the dark side of the moon again. Anyway, so first of all, I've heard a lot of morons complaining about the mask rules and all that stuff, but I personally think wear your mask and wash your hands. I feel like that's literally more important than getting the vaccine. Because realistically, if you keep distancing properly and you keep washing your hands and you frequently wear your mask, you should be off pretty well. But essentially, I'm just all about the free choice. I mean, I don't mind people getting vaccinated. I got vaccinated. I know a lot of vaccinated people. I also know a lot of people that didn't get the vaccine. But it's all about respecting everyone's opinion. That kind of matters to me. Because actually, like, I'm on Twitter a lot, and I've really seen a lot of people just get flamed to death for deciding to not take the vaccine, and there are viable reasons to not take the vaccine, which is why I don't understand why you would even flame a person, because realistically it's statistically impossible for everyone to get vaccinated, because there will always be people who absolutely refuse. I mean, even with the current vaccines against the flu and stuff, there are still anti-vaxxers around. And with the COVID vaccine, you obviously have a lot more viable reasons, because it has been developed within just a year, so I can kind of understand not trusting it. Personally, I would have just stuck to the mask. I actually prefer just wearing the mask and distancing myself over getting the vaccine. However, the reason I actually decided to take the vaccine, I've been stuck at home a lot, and I just wanted to travel. Like, I've always been a big enthusiast of traveling. I just want to, like, visit neighboring countries and all that, and I cannot properly do that without a vaccination record, except like countries like Hungary. But in the greater scheme of things, I would not be able to go anywhere if I just tested myself over and over again. So that's one reason I decided to get the vaccine, even though I personally wouldn't trust the government entirely. And also, I feel like we as a society should obviously, in situations like this with the current epidemic, try and protect old people as best as we can, because they are obviously the ones at most danger. I've got it in August, I think, which at this point is 1.5 months ago, and I've been wanting to make this video since August, so now you know how long I've been trying to come back, but I just had to motivate myself. If anyone's interested, I got the Pfizer. For me, it seemed better than Sputnik or Johnson & Johnson, especially the Russian Sputnik. I would not recommend taking that, but that's just my personal stance. And with Johnson & Johnson, I think you only need one shot, but everyone that took it that I know got horrible side effects, and so I just went with the Pfizer, and actually my experience wasn't that bad. I was expecting to be bedbound for a couple of days at least, because that's what happened to most of my friends, but actually I just had like a slight migraine and then it dipped off completely. So I was actually pretty much fine, even though obviously side effects differ from person to person, and that's also why I've kind of stopped social distancing and was able to focus on other things again, because now that I've got the vaccine, I feel a lot safer, even though I still like wear masks all the time. At this point, with the whole corona pandemic situation, the government is becoming more effective with vaccine distributions or frequent testing, and I feel like that's the most important thing, because you obviously want to get back to a sort of normal state, even though I still think that's gonna take some time. Like, I think at the beginning of this year, I certainly would have believed that it will be over by now. What are some things I can recommend? I definitely can recommend, if you happen to find yourself in quarantine, like one of your close friends maybe got the virus, or you yourself got the virus and you have to stay at home, then the only thing I can really recommend from my experience is probably just try and do sport in the evening. Like, I know often you'll probably be very unmotivated and you don't really want to do it, but even though it's painful while you do it, you feel so much better at the end of the day, especially if you had to spend it within the house for 24 hours. You will feel so much better after you did some exercise at least. It helps the mindset a lot, I feel like. And yeah, like, what else can I say in this kind of personal blog video? Don't discriminate against people who take the vaccine or do not take the vaccine. I have heard some idiotic statement. Like, I think Fox News told the viewers that they should actually try and report any child that is wearing a mask to the police, which I hope I don't have to tell people that that's absolutely ridiculous.
Your response when you see children wearing masks as they play should be no different from your response to seeing someone beat a kid in Walmart. Call the police immediately. Contact Child Protective Services.
And the other way around, don't go out of your way to flame people just because they're unsure about the vaccine. Like, honestly, you don't need to go after people. And yeah, like, do you have something to complain about today? I mean, vaccination passports, pretty annoying to me. Simply because I can't get one. I got a vaccination card and I can't exchange it into a passport at the moment. But luckily, I don't need to travel right now. Otherwise, that'd be pretty unfortunate. And I'm just hoping we don't get to a point where we as a society restrict people's abilities if they're not vaccinated, because I feel like you can just run with tests, but that's just my personal take. I think now we're pretty much at the end of my random COVID ramble. There will be regular videos about regular topics that will be scripted as well, because this was just all off the top of my head. Probably tomorrow or in 2 days, I'll be able to get back into the grind of making the usual type of stuff that a lot more people will definitely enjoy. And did I miss anything while I was gone? Let me know down in the comments. I definitely found out about some stuff that I would have loved to make a video on, but I just didn't have the time. Like Dangan Mandy or any other scumbags that fucking got exposed for pedophilia and whatnot over the summer. I would have loved to destroy some of these people. Also, I kinda ditched my accent because I've realized that having a non-identifiable accent on your YouTube channel is not actually a decent personality trait. But yeah, that's basically all I gotta say for today. Stay safe, and I really hope I'll see you around.